まず最初どういう with DVDs now, DVD players,
Right.
you can watch a movie and have all the text, the subtitles
Right.
written underneath. What do you think about that? Is that sort of the same
Okay.
idea where...
I'll give you an example. I have at home Chinese language, Mandarin language, storyteller, very famous Chinese storyteller, telling the story of the romance of the three kingdoms. Right? Sankokushi, as we say in Japanese. It's a wonderful story. He's a storyteller. When I listen to him, I imagine the whole story. So then I bought the DVD of the same, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. No comparison. The dialogue in the movie is much poorer. There's more fighting and people flying around and stuff like that. It's all visual. So that the shuchudo, the intensity, the language intensity is much lower.
Oh, I see.
Plus, when I go jogging, I can listen to my MP3 player. I can sit in my car and listen to my MP3 player. I can listen to my MP3 player while I'm shopping. If I watch the movie, I'm stuck. For 2 hours, I have to watch the movie. So one of my principles in language learning is efficiency. The more you do high efficiency learning tasks, the faster you learn. And the faster you learn, the higher the intensity. So, I'm not a great fan. Sure, watch a movie, it's fun. It's fun to watch a movie. It's exposure to the culture. It's interesting. But it is not as effective as the listening. In my opinion. まあ人によりますよね。
Yeah, some people find that it would be like a friendly, I don't know.
It's friendly?
That's why I thought, because some people you would in classrooms take, for example, a part of a movie and they'll play it and then they'll show the subtitles and then they'll take it off and then they'll put it on again and as some sort of a tool to
Sure.
to
I mean,
teach.
everything is good. Everything
But
helps.
the quality of the actual language
The intensity,
that you're learning.
if you're just listening and reading, you're only dealing with words. So you have to learn then to associate those words with something, with a concept. I'm not against movies, but I just think that text, written text, and audio content is so much more portable. So much you can do it anywhere. And the intensity of that experience is high. But yes, if I'm learning, like right now I'm learning Russian. Okay, let's take me in Russian. Right now, if I would watch a Russian movie once. I wouldn't watch it twice or three times. Once. Audio text, I can listen to it many, many, many times. So you're not going to watch a movie twice, three times. Today, if I watch a Russian movie, I will understand 5%. 2%. Okay, I'd say, hey, there's a word. There's a word. But mostly I wouldn't understand. Whereas the text that I listen to, if I listen to them often enough, I'll eventually understand 80%. So it's better for me. Now, in a year from now, I'll try a Russian movie. When I lived in Japan, for example, because I spoke Chinese, so fairly soon I could read the newspaper. Because the newspaper has a high percentage of kanji.
Right.
So the easiest content when I watch TV in Japan, because even though I was kichigai benkyo, still you had to relax, right? So the easiest thing to watch was baseball. Baseball and sumo. That's the easiest, right? I understood. But there was not much language there.
Yeah,
not much language, but it's very simple.
To understand what they're doing.
That's right. The news then. Then came the news. Because I could read the newspaper, I could understand the news. And I could business discussions, I could do business in Japan. I lived there for 5 years. I still couldn't understand the melodrama. Because it's actually quite difficult. Because the environment, the culture, Japanese family, what they do, how they speak to each other. I don't have that background. I don't have the context. The business context I have. I understand the business context. So if I'm in a business discussion, if you are familiar with the context, you will understand. If I saw something on fixing an automobile, I wouldn't understand. I don't understand the context. So you go into the movie, pop culture, melodrama, and so forth. It is actually more difficult to understand than something that is more formal or more dry. You need more of that context. So I personally think movies, the sort of very casual, slangy language, the learner doesn't need that. The learner wants it, wants to learn it. But I say don't. Because if you hear a non-native speaker using too much slang, it doesn't sound nice.
No.
It doesn't sound nice.
No.
And so you hear sometimes non-native speakers here, they use some slang, they think it's very funny. It doesn't sound nice.
Right.
If you're not a native, unless you are very good. Like I don't use slang in Japanese because I don't know. I'm not in total control. How does that, is it really appropriate for this situation? Yeah. I don't know. So you're better off to just keep it neutral.
Instead of taking the chance of offending somebody by...
That's right.